everybody. This is Jeff Womack with EXE Automated Solutions. And today I'd like to talk about setting your backups for your server database files. So as you're working along, you want to make sure that you're consistently backing up your work just in case something were to happen, and you always have a backup on hand. So let's get started. I'll just sign in. So the backups are really simple to set up. If you're in setup on server right here, if you're linked to your server backend database, what you can do is you can press this button right here and you can go into your backup configuration. This button right here just allows you to select the folder. So it only shows the folder and no files inside. So in this case, I've got the backup destination set for this path. I'll just show you how I navigate and select that path. So what I do is I click this button and I'll just go back and re-navigate. So my backup path is right here, and this can be anywhere that your computer can see. So if you have a USB stick or a NAS drive or a folder on the server somewhere that you want to back up to, just select the folder and hit OK. Now that you've got your folder selected, you want to set up your backup frequency, how often you want to run your backup. Currently, I've got it set for 15 minutes. You can set it for whatever time you want, but I think 15 minutes is a good time. And also, this button here, this little checkbox, determines if your backup is enabled or not. I'll just disable it, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's disabled. And I'll close this. You notice that the description here that said last backup and the date stamp that it initiated is gone. So if I go back into here and I enable the backup and I hit save, it'll reappear. And then what it'll do is when the next backup time comes along, it'll just initiate the last backup timestamp. As well as I can just press backup now and it'll initiate the backup now, and then the next backup will happen, in this case 15 minutes from this time right here. I also wanted to point out too, this backup only works when you're on the server database. So if I were to go onto a local database, you notice there's no local database path right here. So if there isn't, I can just press this button here. It says get a copy of the local backend of the backend database. And when I press that, it'll create the backend database, and then I can just switch to local. Now I am on a local database. And actually, this brings me to a new point. If I wanted to go to a dark area of the plant and go work somewhere, I go a local database. Now I'm not connected to the server. I can go off and work in different areas of the plant. I'll get into that further on another video. But for now, I just want to show you that when you're in local, your last backup timestamp also disappears until you go back to your server database. Now it'll initiate the backup sequence again, and every 15 minutes you can be rest assured that the backup will happen. I'll actually show you here where you can open up the folder to verify the backup. But you notice I've been playing around quite a bit, but this project here is my new project 1, and you can see that it backed up, and the timestamp that it backed up was right now. So that concludes setting up backups for the LittleFoot database. And oh, one more thing. If at any time that you can't see the backup folder, I'll just move this backup folder or rename it. You notice that this last backup right here, it is red. That means that the LittleFoot can't see the folder that you had set up right here. So if I go to folder and I just press server backup again and hit OK, now you notice that that went back to its normal color. So that's a quick indication whether or not your backups are actually going to work, and it's going to go to the path that you had set up in here. So thank you very much and have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next video.